Hello, welcome back to Motherhood Empowerment. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, what's up? You know how we do it around here, just get right into the conversations. The last video I did was, excuse me, geez. The last video I did was about friendlessness in modern stay-at-home motherhood and lack of community village stuff. Now I wanted to talk about my specific upbringing and why it's difficult for me to maintain friendships, oddly enough. So, okay, so I spoke a little bit about where I'm from. I'm from the West. I was raised in an LDS community with both of my parents and 4 younger siblings. My parents are both straight out the trailer, and they have consistently moved up along the social ladder, right, up to middle class. And when I was growing up, we were working, and then lower middle class, I think, and then so this influences the people you're around and the attitudes you have. My parents are very frugal, and everything was kind of just like survival oriented. Even if like the circumstances that my parents created for us children, they weren't the same that they grew up with. But of course they developed the mentality when they were growing up and when they were younger. So they applied that mentality, that scarcity mindset, being frugal, only doing the bare minimum, don't trust anyone, family above all, and just like a very dog eat dog survival mindset that let me know if this sounds familiar to you. So certainly when it came to friends, right, don't trust anyone mentality, and only look out for your family definitely applied. So I don't know if this was subconscious or unconscious or we realized we were doing this, but like my dad has never had friends for as long as I remember. He had one friend, and he cut him off as soon as they had a falling out or whatever, and he cut him off, and my dad doesn't have any friends. That's just, he chooses not to. It's not like people are repelled by him and they're just like, screw him. No, he chooses not to. Like he's very reclusive, and my parents are very much of the mindset of like, you find your person, your spouse, whatever, and that's your best friend. That's who you trust. That is the person you confide in, and that's it, right? And then my mom, she would have friends here and there, but she was doing the mom thing, and then she was also working, and then we went to church, so she had church duties, and it became, at a certain point you understand as a child that friendships are not that important, and they usually are only if they can benefit you in some way, and if not, it's like it's only when you're really bored and your spouse is out of town, or like you're really desperate that you like reach out to a friend, or like you have a friend. I don't know how to explain. It's like friends are just, they're pretty much useless unless you're desperate. Oh my gosh, saying it's like weird. But anyways, yeah, don't trust anyone, right? So growing up, obviously it was like making friends was like a thing that kids do. Like it's an important thing that kids do, right? It's a natural thing that people do. And so I would have friends, and but it would be at an arm's length distance, you know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be that I knew we could be best friends forever, or that I could be vulnerable to create a connection with them and like really trust them to accept me for who I am, and all that. And I'll do another video about my particular personality and how it's been hard for me to have friends later. That'll be my next one. There's another one for you. But this mentality just, it served the purpose to only like always see friends as temporary and not very important, right? So then we moved around a lot when I was a kid. and especially when I was a teen. And so it's like, what's the point of making friends with people who you were never going to see again, who would not be there for you? You wouldn't be able to be there for them. You guys are going to grow up on different ends of the world. What's the point? Like, and at a certain point, it's unsustainable, right? Especially without, a lot of parental support and fostering those relationships, either through role modeling or like implementation, like, facilitating the phone calls or get-togethers or whatever. Anyways, so this carried into my adulthood in the sense, my hair's really bothering me, in the sense of like, when I get really bored not bored, but like kind of like lonely, like I'm like, okay, I want to like get together with friends or something, and as an introvert, this isn't all the time, but when I get that way, I'm like, okay, I need to reach out to a friend, I need to get together, we need to do something together, whatever, right? And then after we do that, and I'm like, oh, we should do this more often, and like we're having good conversations, we're connecting, and after that though, I just kind of drop off, and it's this very like, oh, they'll be there when I need them, or I'm here when they need me, all they have to do is reach out. It's a very detached kind of mindset about having friends, and this is why it's been so hard for me to maintain friendships as an adult. It's one of the reasons. Constantly moving, wow, echoes from the past, has been another one, because at a certain point it becomes, you can manage a friendship over the phone or maintain a friendship over the phone. See, I just said manage. It's weird. But at a certain point, you want to get together, or you stop having things in common, or, it's really important as a stay-at-home mom of young kids to get together with people. So if you move far away, then that person still needs to get together with people, and, time is limited and whatever. So, yeah, between moving and I think my mindset from my childhood, it's been really difficult for me to maintain friendships. And it's been such that I reach out to people when, like once a month or once every few months or something. And then even when they reach out to me, I'm like, oh, it's nice they're reaching out to me, but I don't see it as like relevant at the time. So I just like wait for later until I feel like I need them or something. It's really weird. And this is not like a conscious thing. This is not something I'm doing on purpose. This is something I'm just like talking out with you right now. And it's also not how I want to be. I don't want to be that way. I want to foster a community, even if it's across great distances. I want to maintain friendships, even if I'm not living in the same place at the same time. I want to maintain that, and I want to be good at being a friend. I know it's a skill. I want to be a good friend. And I want to be a good community holder, like a space holder for community. So I'm going to be working on that this year, and I'm going to be doing more bold things like reaching out via phone call. Whoa. Haven't done phone calls with friends since, I don't know, like my teen years. But I think it's important. And I think it's something that's really overlooked these days. So do you feel this? Is this something that you struggle with? Was anybody else raised with this mentality and kind of sees friends as like not super important, don't trust them all the way, oh, they're temporary, can't count on them? And like, how can we fix that? How can we heal our community and our friendships and sisterhood in the modern day? God knows we need it as modern stay-at-home moms. Like, the obstacle is the way, right? We especially as women, humans, and then as women, and then mothers, we are very social creatures, even if we don't like to talk a lot. When I say social, I mean we like to relate, we like to connect, we like to find meaning in and perspective in and be seen and heard. This is the essence of a woman. And when you're a mom at home in 2023, it is hard to sustain that career choice if you don't have support. So let's be the support for one another. And let me know what you think in the comments. I will see you in the next video. Bye.